Hey, so we're going to make us some mint meringue cookies. It's really easy to do. I have 4 egg whites, 4 eggs. I'm going to use M&Ms, mint M&Ms cut in half. I use just regular large eggs. You can do this recipe pretty much with anything. Today I'm using M&Ms, mint M&Ms. They are delicious. Butterscotch chips are a good choice. And before Hershey's went woke, they used to sell these. And I used to buy these in Publix. And in Publix stopped carrying them for some reason. And then the only place I could get them was in the Hershey's store online, and I'd buy a couple cases each year. You could only get them in like September, so I would just go out in September and buy a couple cases, because a lot of people like the mint meringues when I make them, and I make quite a few of them. They're really super easy to make. Doing it with the M&Ms is probably the most difficult part, because you do have to cut the M&Ms in half, and for whatever reason Mars M&Ms decided that the mint M&Ms needed to be ginormous and the shell needed to be super thick. So cutting them is a lot of fun. I use a serrated steak knife. That seems to be the easiest way to cut an M&M in half. I've done it with other knives, smooth knives, whatever, but I find that the serrated knife cuts them the best. So before you start, set your oven to 400 degrees. So there's my oven set up, kind of cool. And then we're going to come over to our mixer, and we're going to drop our egg yolks into the mixer. Now, people will tell you a lot of stories about making meringue. It's not rocket science, folks. It's just egg yolks and you whip them. That's simply it. You just put them in your mixer with the whisk attachment, and then just turn it on. So right now you can see that your egg whites are getting fluffy. So you want to whip them until the egg whites kind of get what's called peaks, where the egg whites get kind of stiff. So that looks pretty good as far as meringue goes, right? So it kind of looks like it's chunky. So now we're going to add our sugar. So I'm just using white granulized sugar. And I'm going to use about a cup. So a little bit in, I want to make sure that the egg whites are scraped off the side of my little mixing bowl. And this would be a good time to add your food coloring. These are going to be mint, so I'm going to make them green. I know, I should go out and I should buy some green food coloring, but I make so much of this that the green goes away first. So I end up having to make my own green. It's just a few drops of yellow and a few drops of blue makes green. You should know that from your junior high science class. So that's what our meringue looks like. Again, I need to wipe it down because you can see that the meringue without sugar is still hanging about. What you're going for is a consistency about the same as pudding. That right there looks pretty good. The next video I do will be of the butterscotch meringues. It's Christmas time, and one of the local schools has asked me to make them cookies, so here I am. So this is what it looks like when your meringue is completed, and now we just add our mint chips. So this takes 11 ounces. Unfortunately, the bag of M&Ms is 9 ounces. I have 2 bags of M&Ms here. And I'm going to leave about that many left in the bowl. And let me just tell you guys, if you're watching and you're interested in this, when you're in the Walmart store and you see the Mint M&Ms at Christmas time, you need to go ahead and buy them. You need to buy them like right after Thanksgiving, because that's about the time in my Walmart, that's when you're going to get them. And this looks kind of thin, so I'm going to go ahead and add all of the chips. You can't have too much chocolate or chips in this. And what I find is with the candy coating on the M&Ms, it makes the meringues even better. So we've got it mixed up. It looks like that. And I'm going to add raw. You shouldn't eat raw cookie dough, but raw, this meringue stuff is really good. So now I'm going to put this on a few cookie sheets. And you just take a dollop of daisy and drop it down. They don't have to be pretty. This was my mom's recipe. When I was younger, she used to bring me a batch of these every Christmas. I could not wait at Christmas time. And as she got older, it got harder for her to do stuff like this. And she finally gave me the recipe. And once I had the recipe, I would make these cookies year round. And I'd make a batch, then make probably 50, 60 cookies. And I'd keep about 20 for myself and send the rest to whatever school my wife would be working at. And they're addictive. If you eat one, you gotta have 5. They are really good, really good. So I'm going to move this pan out of the way, because we want to put both these pans in the oven at the same time. So we're going to work on the next one. And the one thing I will say, once these bake, and these are going to bake for about 12 hours, but once these bake, the color inside is really cool. Between the red and the green and white M&Ms, when you break one of these open, it's like the colors kind of explode inside the cookie. And I'm always looking for ways to do mint, because people love mint. When I reached out to Hershey's and asked them why didn't it make the mint chips anymore, their reply back was, oh, you can just take chocolate chips and mint extract and make your own. Well, folks, I'm here to tell you, you can't. You cannot. Alright, that's how many I'm going to get out of this bowl. We're done. Normally I do the butterscotch first. That way I can take the butterscotch bowl, I make it with just yellow meringue, and then I can just make my mint after that. I don't have to clean the bowl out. But I do with this, because I have little chips of M&Ms in it. Alright, so this is what we have. We have 2 pans. They're going to go in the oven. I'm going to put them in the bottom oven. We are at 400 degrees. So the first thing I want to do is very quickly open the oven. I'm going to drop my pans in. Doesn't matter where the rack is on the pan because you are going to turn off the heat. So I'm going to close my oven door. I'm going to turn my lower oven off. The nice feature, if you have an oven similar to this, these are Samsung. I've had Kenmore and others in other houses. This lock setting, so once you've got your cookies in your ovens, hit that lock setting because these do need to stay in the oven for about 12 hours. So our lower oven is full, it's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and turn the light off, and now I'm going to start making my butterscotch. That's going to be on another video. You can watch that one next if you'd like.